Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Elite Dangerous. Today we are once again in the Horizons/Guardians update to Elite Dangerous. And today we're going to take a look at our new ship. I've finally upgraded here, so let me get into the Oculus Rift and we'll take a look. Hang tight. Although for me, this is going to be edited out. So here we are back in the Oculus Rift once again. We are at a solder port in the vacay system, and we're on a new ship that I purchased recently, which is the Orca. I upgraded to a Kruger Orca, and this ship is really, really nice. First of all, it has like 270 degrees of vision all around this gigantic set of windows, and this is just the cockpit window. I imagine the passengers have excellent views as well. I have outfitted this ship with Class D everything except for the frame shift drive, and if we take a look at my inventory, we can see my cabin layout. I have a luxury cabin, a business cabin, and an economy cabin, a Class 6 luxury, Class 5 business, and Class 5 economy. And I set that up for the largest variety of passenger type missions that I can have, basically. I've found, generally speaking, I never need both a luxury class cabin and a first class cabin, because if I'm running luxury clients, usually I'm not running anything else. On this one I have a pretty standard set of passenger missions, which we'll go ahead and just take care of really quick. First destination, HIP 38129. Hey everybody, in the interest of time, we're going to fast forward to the larger of these three missions. So let's take a look. We're already underway. No sense in loitering around.
Clear of the station limits. Safe travels, Commander.
And oftentimes in these kind of things I might do a montage. But I think in this case, we'll just go ahead and play it straight. Maybe I'll put a soundtrack over it so it's not quite so boring. But I kind of want you to get a sense of how quickly this Orca can actually move through hyperspace transitions as they go along. So here we go. I mean, this part of the hyperspace transition obviously is still the same, but when we get out of the jump, there's going to be very little downtime compared to other ships that tend to run hot as far as getting on course and over to our next destination. There it is, column 285, sector whatever. So as soon as the FSD chart has cooled down, which is now, I'm going to go ahead and start warming up the frameshift drive. And as I pull away from the star, the amount of heat being generated by the frameshift drive is more than offset by the heat dissipated by moving away from the star.
3, 2, 1, engage.
And we got one more jump to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now it looks like someone's gonna try to interdict me. That guy. See what kind of luck he has. It's a python. Well, he's got no luck because I got away before he even got a chance to try. I've come a long way for what's in your hold. Don't try to run. Stupid. It's a rather nice bright white yellow star, and we are going to land, or not land, at least fly by a landmark that's on the ground. Let's keep an eye out for that star over there. There it is. Flying around it. Love it. Back off the throttle as we get ourselves squared away for approach on trouble banking and welfare investments. Some landmark on and Keith 1. Now if we wanted to, we could get fuel in the system, but I don't think we need to. It doesn't look like we used even a half a tank to get this far. So we'll just be able to fly back with what we've got. more or less direct descent when I get myself. There we go. Get that closer to the horizon to make my approach a little easier. I always like planetary landings. As part of missions, they did a good job of making it so it's not terribly slow. Half a G, so by the time we're on the ground, it's going to be like 2/3 or 3/4 of a G. We'll have to keep that in mind as we get ourselves set down and getting ready for landing.
Orbital
It might be a full
flight
G.
engaged.
Go ahead and just orbit a little bit here. Until we are actually ready. There we go, and we're on our final approach, or our descent anyway, to Trouble Banking and Welfare Investments, just a landmark on the outskirts of some crater. Now, what I don't have in this ship is an SRV. I didn't want to take the equipment slot to mount one, because the chances of me using it with this kind of ship are really, really slim. I'll save that for a dedicated exploration vehicle. So we're gliding down to this area now. And soon we'll be out of glide and be able to actually target this and see what this beacon is all about. And find out what it says here in just a bit.
Incoming mission critical message.
All right. Our next stop is in Zalata. I forgot that we were, this isn't a there and back round trip. It is actually a longer one. So.
Incoming mission critical message.
So if we go ahead and fuel up here,
Frameshift drive
let's get off this
charging.
planet.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Go ahead and get off this planet and just find a place. It's like Denver Station's the way to go to fuel up. So in the comments on my previous video, someone asked me a very apt question, and they were wondering why I don't, instead of having an extra fuel tank, why I don't get a fuel scoop instead. And the answer for that is I'm going to be, with these types of missions and doing passengers, I'm going to be moving around inhabited space almost exclusively. So it's just, you know, it's more time efficient if I just get fuel at a station rather than scooping it. You know, a few thousand credits here and there is pretty small compared to the amount of money that I'm making on these missions, generally speaking. Alright, well, while we're getting ourselves away from this planet, well, we're far enough now where we can actually go into orbit. Straight up orbit. Let's see what this thing had to say. A relatively new organization, Trouble Banking and Welfare Investments, is based on Anseath in the early days of the Federation. Diamond Starport was a major center for the commercial transactions between planetary governments. Before the days of the Universal Bulletin Board and guaranteed transfer, The worlds of Anseath were where the baking center for the Federation. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Since the middle of the 31st century, when the system lost its significance, a group of banking entrepreneurs got together with the custodians of the vaults on Anseath 2, also known as Trouble, and began developing an investment company using the facilities and security abandoned by the Federation. Huh. There you go. Interesting history about this particular location. All right, we are dropping into Denver Station here to get some fuel, and then we're on to our next leg of this sightseeing tour. On it.
Landing authorized. Clear to land on pad 10.
Pad 10 is our designated landing spot. This is an industrial station, looks like. That was going to be my guess.
Landing gear deployed. Incoming mission critical message.
That's going to be our passenger wanting something. Let's refuel and then check what he wants.
Landing successful. Thrusters offline. Deploying ground services. Enjoy your stay, Commander.
I want some consumer technology for a little bit of bonus cash. Normally that would be a high-tech station where we get that. Consumer technology. We don't have any of that available here. Well, we'll have to see if there are any high-tech places along the way.
Landing coupler disengaged.
Landing
Follow
gear
the greens on your way out.
And here we go out of the toaster once again. Full load of fuel. We're going to make our first jump.
You are clear to resume own navigation. Federal Flight Control signing off.
We'll make our first jump here, then we'll jump over to Wukoku and pick up what we can there, or what we need there.
Frameshift drive charging.
And since we're not going to a high-tech place, we might as well, I don't know, load up on some consumer tech maybe?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
This is a nice, interesting, if not a dangerous site. Be careful of that exclusion zone there. As we come flying by a pulsar. No new astronomical things. Okay. Ross 33.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right, we're decelerating and coming up on our next tourist spot called the Black Prince outside of Zalata 10. And then we will want to go ahead and pull into a station and refuel. See what this tourist spot has to say about anything. Zalata 10 does not look like we could land on there if we wanted to. Black Prince. Rather close to this asteroid belt. And it is possible to mine these ice belts now for just stuff that's really cool. The materials or for mission needs or whatever. That, let's take a look here, is quite a gas giant. Very nice. Alright, the Black Prince tourist attraction site coming up. I don't know if it's in the belt or not. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just a little ways away from the belt. Forget how fast this ship is. Take a scan of this beacon.
Mission objective complete. Incoming mission critical message.
Many decades later, the infamous cinematic biography of the pirate calling himself the Black Prince claimed responsibility for all these attacks, using what grew to a highly mobile small fleet of well-equipped matte black anacondas acting together, each carrying a small, nimble one-man fighter. The attacks stopped not because of the federal fleet, but because the Black Prince and his brothers in piracy retired to the outer systems on the wealth they had acquired. Many doubt this story, as most of the facts do not check out, but others claimed he had simply exaggerated what was basically true, and a true but far more seedy story. Little flavor text about the Black Prince. Let's find us a station to go land at. We got the Gottlieb relay there.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Down.
So we are pulling up into Hearthrug Gruvara to fuel up, and the only thing that's going to be left after that is the flight home.
Docking request approved. Please make your way to landing pad 25.
Get some vertical thrust here. Get myself lined up. There we go. It's a bit more like it. Pad 25. And there it is.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact confirmed. Deactivating docking systems. Station facilities are at your disposal.
I'm just checking to see if they happen to have any consumer technologies. Nope. Well, the next bit is to fly home. I know there's I know that there's a high-tech station nearby that I can stop off and get consumer tech at. So we'll go ahead and get our galaxy map set up. Oops. Oh well, what I would actually do, never mind, hang on. Go to navigation, go to galaxy map. And the station I'm looking for I have bookmarked. I think, there it is. Shaplinton. That is indeed where we have a high-tech station where we should be able to buy some consumer technology. So, we'll be on our way. All right, let's get ourselves underway. Back to, let's see, we need to go to Shaplinton to pick up 3 tons of consumer electronics. As soon as we are clear, we've got 16 jumps to go. It's a little bit further than I have fuel capacity for, so we won't have to make a fuel stop along the way.
You are now clear of station perimeter.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
0.
We're pulling into Elephant Vision here to pick up those consumer technologies that our passenger wanted before being dropped off. Just kind of flying around the entrance horn. And making final approach.
Speed restrictions are currently in place. Please comply.
Ah, yes, the old high-tech interior. These
Landing
tall
gear
buildings
deployed.
with holograms. There we go.
Touchdown. Ship secured. Welcome to our station, Commander.
Mission objective complete.
Not gonna make
Incoming mission critical message.
hardly any money off of that. No, onward to his destination. All right, we are off to home. Course set for vacay, and I'm not going to worry about grabbing fuel now at this point. We're ready to launch. This is the final jump for our Orca.
Detected. Follow the greens on your way out.
Nice Type 9 heavy right there.
Landing gear retracted.
That Viper is so tiny compared to my ship. And we are now decelerating for Azaro Port to wrap this up. Some great views of all this stuff. Is that Orion over there? And that is, I'm not sure what. I think that's Pleiades. Coal Shack off that direction. And Galactic Center over there in that direction. Azaro Port has a nice big landing area. Bingo. Less than 9 million meters and we're there. Boost in. Get our clearance out of the way.
Sword Kruger, Echo, Tango, Hotel. Welcome to the station, Commander. Commence with docking procedures.
So we already have our clearance granted. Landing pad 17 coming into Azaro port to wrap up this mission. View out of the window. You just yaw over. So flippin' cool. More power to shields. Let's go ahead and unwind our engine here. Down to the speed limit of less than 100 meters per second. Landing pad 17 in this direction.
Landing gear deployed.
And down we go. It's always hard to tell if I'm level in these places because I don't have an artificial horizon. That feels pretty good. Maybe a little bit. Pretty close.
You're on the deck. Ground crew dispatched. Enjoy your stay at our facility.
Let's turn in and wrap up. Making some money. Passenger lounge. Hong Right seeks sightseeing adventure, claim reward. And from this we got some mechanical components. We increased our faction a little bit and improved civil contentment, making a period of civil unrest unlikely. That's good, I suppose. And we got 2.242 million credits, nearly 2.243, and all that good stuff. So that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Elite Dangerous. I hope you liked the Orca. Got a chance to hear it flying around and seeing how it was performing and how it did its stuff in hyperspace. I'm going to be playing some of this off camera. My next recording, honestly, will probably be more of my new Commander Sim Gamer. Sort of get some new tutorial stuff out of the way. So anyway, I'm rambling. I will say, definitely pound that like button if you like what you saw here. Check out the other episodes from this series. I really like responding to comments. Someone asked me earlier, I will say it again and answer the question again, why I chose to go with a fuel tank as opposed to a fuel scoop. And the reason is because I'm going to be in these types of ships, these passenger missions, running around in inhabited space, which means it's just quicker. It takes less time for me to pop into a station and refuel up on fuel every once in a while than it does to run the fuel scoop around the star a whole bunch of times every once in a while. So that's how I, just kind of get these missions done a little bit quicker, get that money coming in a little quicker, take on the next mission as quickly as possible. But if I was doing a longer range thing, then for sure I'd pick up a fuel scoop because I may not be in civilized space necessarily. So that's going to be it for this episode. Definitely leave your comments and questions, either supportive or things that you think I can improve on below. And until next time, I will say keep flying and stay shiny. Goodbye!